Like,
they just haven't been doing a lot of like movie reviews. They've been mostly doing like reviews and some other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Movies are in a weird place right now. I was reading also today.
Although they didn't do some weird stuff. Like, they didn't review like Avatar 2, I don't think. Which is odd.
That is odd, but Avatar is... I love James Cameron, and Avatar is so boring.
I heard that Avatar 2 was just like a movie that existed, and I was like, yep.
It is literally available for me to watch free on, like, Paramount Plus or something, and I haven't even bothered. Because it's like 3 hours long. Are you freaking kidding me? No thanks. Arg!
Ugh!
Send in the B team.
That's literally it. That's all you do as L. So you have this, like, operation of, like, getting to, like, 3 contact points, and what you do is you get to that one filler boss and get flung out of it. But it's more just setting up the point that a lot of things are happening. Lunatic Pandora is hovering over, I think they call it, like, the Lunar Gate or Lunar Cry. And this was just as Renault was sent into space. So, stars are aligning right now.
Speaking of new stuff, a lot of people are saying, and we're only in September now, that 2023 is one of the best years for games ever. And, it's got some good releases, don't get me wrong, but,
yeah, it's better than the last year. But I don't think it's one of the best years ever. One of the best years ever was 2017.
What did 2017 have?
You know, like Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey. There's a lot of other stuff.
Wow, those came out. I knew that Breath of the Wild was a Switch
it's not
first day release.
It's not even if you're just a Nintendo fan. I mean, 2017 was like possibly one of the best Nintendo years ever. But even for other people, like, did God of War come out that year, or was that 2018?
2018.
Okay.
For that, yeah.
But that was like when like PS4 exclusives were getting really good too.
I think Spider-Man was 2018 as well.
Yeah.
I did notice one thing when I was going through different years of games, that generally it's the third or fourth year in a system's release that's generally considered the best. So if you look at something like 1998, that's 3/4 years into the PlayStation 1 and 64 kind of era. If you look at 2004, is generally considered an amazing year. And that was generally about 4 years into the system's
I think my favorite
release.
PS2 year was actually 2001, as weird as it is, but that was MGS2, Final Fantasy X,
Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry, Silent Hill 2. So like those 4 games alone. There's probably other stuff.
But usually that is the case. Usually
the
systems,
PS2 was just like this weird.
Yeah, usually systems don't, like, if you look at NES and you're like, what's your favorite NES game? Besides Mario 1, you would not name any games that came out in like 85. You might say Zelda 1, but I don't like Zelda 1, and that was 86. But when you go to like 88, 89, 90, you're like Mario 3, Castlevania 3, stuff like that is generally considered the best of it. Same with Super Nintendo. If you're like, what are the best Super Nintendo games? Most games released in 1990 and 1991 for the Super Nintendo are not considered all-time classics. Whereas, like, Super Metroid was 1994, Donkey Kong was 1994.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger was like 95.
Chrono Trigger was 95, I think. Mario RPG was 96. And I'm not saying for anyone out there who's about to slam on their keyboard, one of my favorite games of all time, Castlevania 4, came out in 1991. But for the most part, it's not,
Like, early Super Nintendo was really good, like Mario World and Link to the Past was 91.
Yes.
Possibly the best Super Nintendo game.
But overall, when you look at the most... Earthbound was 94, I think, as well. And it's weird because we're at that... I don't know if you count it with COVID, which was like a big thing for making games, but we're about 3 years into the PS5, so over the next probably 12 to 18 months, we're going to see a lot... Or maybe 24 months if you take some time because of COVID. But we're about to see some of the more classic games come out. Which I think Spider-Man 2 is going to start that, because Spider-Man 1 was friggin' awesome. Absolutely loved
I guess
it.
if you like more of the same, but it looks very similar to Spider-Man 1.
I'm fine with that. I really, really... I mean, Come on, it's like Mario Wonder is like Mario 2D game number XYZ2B3 or whatever.
It's true.
I do like stuff when... Obviously, I like stuff when it's, like, way different. Most of the stuff I play nowadays is really stupid indie stuff.
I definitely have a bias against, like, just games like Spider-Man 2, which is, like, a big open world with a million, like, side quests, and it's a big open world thing. Just, like, not my cup of tea.
I only like it because it's in New York, and there's not a bunch of vast wasteland of nothingness. There's generally things populating everywhere. Which is why I like something like GTA 3 compared to, like, San Andreas, where there's just, like, yeah, the map's huge, but it's just so much of, like, desert and nonsense.
Yeah, at least Spider-Man, you have a cool way to get around.
Yes. And that's like, 25% of the reason why I love the game. It's just so awesome. The movement is great.
Alright, so we have to do two of the hardest triple triad matches in the entire game.
By the way, this is what happens when I go to space. I just go, man, what a view! What?
So, when we're playing in the outer space, we have random, sudden death, same plus, same wall, elemental.
Can you change it?
No. I really have no means of manipulating the RNG.
Oh my god.
So we'll do that a little bit later. Actually, I'm going to do this now. I think this is the guy that... Man, I'm like to the point where I should probably just... Is there a soft reset? I guess not. Like, if he doesn't use Alexander, I'm just gonna reset. There's no reason to play, because I'm probably just gonna lose. Whoops. I'm going to try to mod all the cards I have to get them out of my selection. What's that thing I already have 100 of? Oh, fast ammo's. Can't do anything about that.
Are you trying to get rid of as many crappy cards as you have?
Yeah.
Dude, random is brutal!
Yeah, and we have to do two. We have to get the Alexander card and we have to get the Laguna card. And so by pure chance, the second match, I won Alexander first try, and at the end of it, it abolished a random rule. So I'm definitely going to load that save file once I win Alexander.
Okay, that's actually really good.
But there's no point of me playing if he doesn't use Alexander.
RIP. Well, at least you get to see, at least it's open, so you get to see the cards.
It's true.
I mean, if it's gonna be random and sudden death and all that.
Yatwa!
Why are you always on Splatoon 3, Yatwa?
It's because it's Austin, he doesn't have anything else to do.
Austin!
The eternal neat.
Based. Literally too based for this world.
You move really far away.
Yeah, I still see him once in a while.
It's not super far away, but I think he's an hour from the store. But apparently the house that he was living at that was 5 seconds from the store, the owner was just like, yeah, get up, I want it.
There we go. Although your cards are... Oh, good.
Man, same plus, there's so much to consider. I hate playing. I figured that this would be... Alright, so 7 and 9. I don't think he can do anything with this. So, Selfie will be at a 5. He can't get it naturally. I don't think he can get it from same or plus. Yeah. Should be good. Seems like another safe play. Okay.
Interesting.
Right. Usually when the AI does something weird like that, they're setting up a thing. Trying to think.
Put selfie at the bottom?
I kind of want to put... I think this is... No, the Spider-Mech can get this if I set it here. I'm just concerned that, okay, so he has a 7 and a 4. If he sets it in the middle... Alright, Fujin Raijin doesn't do anything. And the Spider-Mech will be at a 6 and a 3. I don't think he can actually do anything. I don't think so. And if I set this here, I think I'm also safe. Okay.
Oh, so you went 2 with... Oh!
You piece of crap!
Oh my god!
I saw that plus! I saw that plus! And it still didn't matter!
Holy crap! I've never seen... Oh my god. Dude, plus... You know what? Plus is worse than random. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Plus is worse than
when
random.
you have same and plus at the same time, and you're using random cards, it is such a disaster.
Wow.
And there's some cards I just can't mod because I need like either like 2 or 3 or 4 to like refine them to something. So there's junk cards I just cannot get rid of.
Oh man.
Alright.
Well, that Leviathan card, holy crap. A literal 1.
Yeah, Leviathan card is not good. Bum, 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 bum,
Siren in upper left can't be taken, I don't think. Luckily his cards are crappy, but the thing that doesn't matter is with plus.
Yeah, he has crappy cards too. But yeah, with plus it's a way more of a nightmare. So 5 and 5 will be at 5 and 9. Ooh, there's some cards there. Oh no, at Alexander's at 8 because of the -1. So it'd be 5 and 8. I think I'm fine. Okay.
Plus, same, other...
He can't do plus or same with the left. He can't do plus or same on the right. And I really want to get rid of this stupid Leviathan card that sucks.
Yeah, and you have a... Okay.
Can he possibly do anything?
7.
Do I have this?
6 and ace. I think you're good.
It's just 1 and 1, 6 and ace. It doesn't add, it doesn't same. I should have this. Nice, cool. Sorry for like agonizing over every move, but stupid same and plus are exactly like that.
I always felt that this music for where you're at right now doesn't fit.
It doesn't really fit. Especially when a lot of weird stuff is
because you're not happy right now. You didn't go to space because of like a joyous occasion, and they're talking about monsters and stuff like that. It's really a rare phenomenon. Like they're talking about something that wiped out a city 100 years ago.
I'm trying, dude.
Talk to Irving? Okay.
I had to look at this monitor.
Ooh, this is the one. Yeah, that's right. All the monsters from this game come from the frickin' moon.
The hell is this?
Didn't you learn that at school?
So we went into space right as the lunar cry is about to start, of course. Nope.
Who has the other card?
It's L.
Ah. Whoa. Future!
Okay.
Hip, baby.
I guess I'm just gonna try this with random, because I remember my save file being a little bit different. The blonde-haired doctor is down in the medical room. So I guess I have to do a little bit more story, but I don't know exactly where I stopped, so we're just gonna give this a try.
The question is, are there any more rules that could possibly be put on right now? Are there any rules that don't exist?
Trying to think. So the very last card we have to get in this game is going to be the hardest card ever. And I don't want to spoil it, but it's getting back the Kyros card, which is very specific. But you have to play with every single rule, and there's no way to manipulate it. It's at the very end of Disc 4.
Oh. Squall.
Me too.
So much hardship. Do you like this green thing I wear around my wrists?
Yeah, this weird scarf that doesn't make any sense.
I ended up in space because I'm alone. And, things. What, are they doing Terminator rolls? You can get sent to the past now?
Yeah, L's powers work very specifically. You can't send the back to, like, someone that she doesn't know. And you really can't change much. You want to play cards now? Yes. Alright, got Cypher. Okay. Not even worth playing.
I think... This sounds stupid, but the,
I'm just gonna get this card and end this part.
I've said this a million times, but I hate... Time travel, almost everything, I hate. Maybe it's because I'm small-brained, and it's like... Just the inconsistencies and...
There's a lot of contrivances and, you know, just... There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make a whole ton of sense.
I do like it when things do time travel but don't take it seriously. Like, there's actually, I think it's Rick and Morty. I was thinking of South Park, but I think it's Rick and Morty, where they send where they send someone back to save Rick or Morty or whatever, and there's a constant stream of people coming from the future and shooting the old guy and being like, "I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you." And that's exactly what would happen. It would just be like, "No, don't follow him. He ruins the world. Follow me. Don't follow him. He ruins the world." And it's like, "Yep." That's...
Do you remember that's one very specific event in either Time Splitters 2 or Time Splitters Future Perfect?
No.
Where they go back in time to... You see, like, 4 versions of yourself that all has to do something specific, and to complete the time loop, you have to go back each time to make sure that a time paradox doesn't happen. And it just ends up, like, you're not, like, actively trying it, because the protagonist is not super serious about stuff, but it just ends up working, like, perfectly, that you see all 4 versions of yourself, and it just works out perfectly in that sort of, like, predestined... singular timeline loop type of thing, which it's the type of time travel that when you think about it does not make any sense. Like, it's a cycle that has no end, it has no beginning, and when you think of it in isolation, those 4 people, or the same people, have to go back to the time travel like 4 times, which is something that you can't get to that future without your 3 other versions existing. But, like, how do you get to that future without time traveling to the past? It's a paradox that has no solution. But
absolutely. But
you're not supposed to think of it like super seriously, I guess. Come on, you stupid Laguna card, you piece of crap.
What was I gonna say? Yes, that stuff almost always bothers me, and I can't imagine a situation where I get, like, Terminator is one of the few that you're like, fine, it's acceptable.
I think the only time travel that I like is when going back in time actually, like, makes a splinter, like, parallel timeline. So you can time travel, but every time you do it, it creates, like, a new timeline that is, like, completely independent.
Yeah, that's fine too. Did they ever make an HD remaster or whatever of Time Splitters 2 or 3?
I don't think so.
Huh. That should be a future LP game.
That'd be cool.
I remember the main character just being like a silly Duke Nukem kind of guy.
He's sort of like silly, but also he has to get serious when he has to.
Time to get serious.
But I remember Future Perfect being pretty funny. It's been a long time since I played those.
That is a series that a lot of people would want to see a new one in the series, but I also feel like it's one of those series that, like, for lack of a better pun, time has, like...
Dang it.
Time has passed it, you know?
Yeah, and also the original developer, I think they went on to make, like, Haze.
Oh, that's right, and then they don't exist anymore.
Yeah, and Ubisoft mandated it, and it was just, like, a horrible disaster.
You want to play cards now? Man, our cards suck.
That's a good thing, but I just want her to use the Laguna card.
See, it doesn't even matter if her cards suck. Because sometimes having sucky cards makes it easier to do same or plus.
That's definitely true.
There's certain series when they're like, we're gonna remake this or whatever. I'm like, dude, just let it die. Like, they're apparently are honestly making another Perfect Dark, and I'm like, but why? Games like that aren't like made anymore, you know? Like,
yeah, and Perfect Dark was not liked either, so
0.
Very weird. Yeah.
Perfect Dark 1 was, but not 0. Yeah. What the crap? But I just try to see where it fits in this in like the current day thing, and it's like I don't know, like, is it going to focus on multiplayer or single player, or is it going to be like a futuristic kind of thing? But that's been done a million times with like the Call of Duties and stuff. So I don't know. I look at it, I'm like, okay, it doesn't really have a place.
I think just Microsoft's desperate for like literally everything.
Yeah, and I would, if it was good, I would gladly eat crow and be like, cool. But I don't know. I just don't see the I don't know. I don't see the need. They just released a F-Zero game. What is the deal with that one?
It's one of those 99 games. Do you remember Tetris 99 or Super Mario's 99?
Barely.
It's just a free-to-play, like, Nintendo Switch Online thing where you can race 99 other people in, like, sort of like this weird battle royale thing. I have no interest. But it definitely is a kick to the balls for any F-Zero fan who hasn't had a new game in over 20 years now.
Yeah, I saw that it was one of those things where they're like, it's available right now!
And, like, there were some rumors, like, early on, it was like, F-Zero game being announced at the Nintendo Direct, and everyone was like, oh, what? Is it GX remaster? And I'm not even, like, I barely ever played any of the F-Zero games, but F-Zero GX is, like, a good game, and I can understand why people really like it. But to not even port it or do anything, and then, oh, here's a new F-Zero game. Remember, this series hasn't had a new game since that weird GBA one in, like, 2004.
That reminds me of what Capcom was doing to Mega Man for a while. People were like,
yeah,
just make Mega Man. And they were like, here's Mega Man and Project X Zone. And you're like, what?
And then the biggest like slap to the face is they put bad box art Mega Man and Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Oh, that's right.
As a PS3 exclusive. So not only was it console exclusive, but the thing about bad box art Mega Man is that if Mega Man was alive and like Legends 3 wasn't canceled and there was another like FPS game that was canceled, it would definitely be different if they made that game like...
It'd be funny.
It would be like after Mega Man 11 came out, if they made it, it was just like, okay, that's a funny nod. I mean, it sucks that it's console exclusive, but whatever.
But yeah,
but Mega Man was dead for years. Come on, dude.
Yeah, to just do it like that is absolutely absurd. That's kind of like almost how I feel with the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, where they're like, hey, Kojima's not here, but we're remaking 3. I'm like, well, that's a slap. Like, and a lot of people are excited about it, and I'm like, I mean, Kojima's not back doing it, right?
No.
Like, he's still...
I don't think Kojima's ever going to collaborate with Konami ever again.
I wouldn't think so. He was like... I watched a video on it the other day. Not only was he, like, unceremoniously kicked out, but, they literally, like, what's the word? not blackmailed, blacklisted, like, his employees so they couldn't be hired elsewhere. They were like, we're not only are we not going to give you a letter of recommendation, we're going to call everyone and say, don't hire this guy who worked for Kojima.
Yeah,
like,
and they,
what the crap?
And they did the trademark, like, corporate, like, the most piece of crap corporate thing you can do, where you basically treat your employees like absolute garbage to get them to quit. So, because if you fire them, then you need to give them more benefits. But if they quit on their own volition, then you don't have to, like, pay them extra. So what they did was, like, they just, like, treated them like garbage. They would, like, turn off the internet in the office. They would, like, separate the employees sometimes. Like, the fact that, like, MGS5 came out unfinished, but it's like, who can you really blame Kojima? Like,
and they wouldn't put Kojima's name on MGS5 or something? Like, on the box art?
They wouldn't put it on the box art, but Kojima, like, attacked back with putting it in front of every single mission in the game.
That's freaking funny.
You start, like, there's 50 missions, and, like, even, like, some of the side quest ones, it's, like, directed by Kojima.
That's I don't even want to say it's, like, it's unnecessary, but it's, like, hilariously unnecessary level of getting back at them.
And, like, I have mixed thoughts on both. I mean, I think Konami was definitely more in the wrong, for sure. Like, I would say it was, like, 80% Konami in the wrong, but Kojima also had some weird stuff. Like, he created the Fox engine, which took years and a lot of money. And then he got obsessed with, like, celebrity cameos. I mean, you had Kiefer Sutherland in MGS5. That probably cost a bunch of money. And I think that was just a tipping point for Konami. They were just like, we're just not interested in making these, like, $100 million...
That was literally, like, 8 times. Maybe 10.
Yeah, I'm going to do this, like, 2 more tries, and then I guess I'll just save it. But this is just going on too long.
Just to finish off, just in case she doesn't ever use the Laguna card, that is why I am super, super unexcited for the Silent Hill 2 remake. I know that with Resident Evil 4 remake, I don't think it was, like, the original people from RE4 making it, like, the remake. But clearly they had shown Capcom that they, like, were doing awesome. Like, the year before they had Village, which I love. They had Biohazard, Resident Evil 2 remake, all this good stuff. So you're like, yeah, there we go. They're like, I definitely...
Now we just have to win.
You have decent cards.
Yeah, I have good cards, so that's nice.
But yeah, I am not excited for the Silent Hill one. Don't put anything on upper right. Just be safe and put self... No.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about the middle portion, but I don't think it can actually do anything.
I don't think so far, because...
If I put... should I save Siren?
If you put it in the middle, Siren will be taken. No, Siren won't be taken.
No, because there's double elemental.
Yeah.
I just want to, like, cover up all, like, the possible plays that she can do later for some ridiculous Saber Plus combo. Yeah, let's do it. She's probably setting up some sort of weird combo, so I'm going to put a stop to that right now. I could just take this card.
Oh, and then she would take your card.
Yeah. But that kind of, like, controls what she does.
I like it. Alright, so if you put her there, Ace 2, there's no possible way it can add up, right?
So you gotta add the elemental. So it would be Biggs and Wedge would be a 1/6.
6 is 8. Ace and 1 is what, 11?
Yes. I don't think it can do anything.
And you're already up 6-4. Yes!
Oh, God. We did it.
Bye. Do you still have to talk to her to, like, keep the game?
Yeah, we'll do it next time. Only one more card left.
Level
Level 10 card anyway.
Who is it?
Oh, come on, dude.
Squall.
Yeah.
Oh. You don't have a Squall card yet?
Yeah, Squall is the last one. You get it from Laguna himself.
Oh, that's so cool. It's weird how you have every but one level 10 card and, like, only half of the level 9 cards.
Well, the thing is that, like, when you get Eden, when you beat, like, Ultimate Weapon, you get the Eden card. When you beat Bahamut, you get the Bahamut card. So a lot of them are just, like, very late side quests. Alright.
Alright, guys. I want to thank you for watching and joining us. Next time we're gonna... Are we gonna get into the alien part next time?
Possibly.
Oh, baby.
Maybe not. No, probably not. The poo-poo quest, we're gonna be doing, like, the last thing before we go to Lunatic Pandora.
Yes!
And we still have to do, like, the Deep Sea Laboratory stuff. We have to do Giant Cactar. We have to get Ragnarok. We have to do that entire thing.
So I was thinking it happens right now. Yeah. So that happens way later. Alright, guys. Still got a lot to do in this game. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.